How's it going, everybody? It's gonna be a short one today. Basically, it was a productive weekend. Alright, let's start with Friday. Friday, go home, bust out the laptop, and I write a couple chapters, and I made the decision. I have a plan, in my head, but I have marker points set down on paper so that I can just think about how do I get from point A to point B in the story for Shield Lad. Did that. It turns out this weekend was the Grammys, which I don't watch because, at least with the Oscars, I get a sense that these movies that they're rewarding are really good and really deserving. Even if, I think there's a more deserving movie out there, I can at least say, well, they got it close. I mean, there was nominations. I mean, when I was younger, I heard Steve Ditko's view on awards, and then I also read The Godfather a little while after that, and there's a line in The Godfather where they're saying, whoever wins the award, whoever gets nominated, add 2 more years to their career if they get nominated, add 4 if they win the award. I think Warren Beatty, wanted either a Best Director or a Best Picture, and then he waited 4 or 5 years to make his next movie. He had that clout just because he was an Oscar winner. So that's what he was able to do. But with the Grammys are Jethro Tull, I think, once beat out Metallica for Best Metal Album, which I might be remembering that wrong, but I really hope I'm remembering that wrong. But how the hell does Jethro Tull with a flute beat out Metallica in the 80s or early 90s, whatever, for Best Metal Album, which I think it was the first metal album too. So whenever the Grammys gives out an award, there's always backlash. Always. It's like the most famous music genre award show, and it is the most, how the hell does that happen award show go? I mean, if you ever get a chance, look up Eddie Trunk's rant against the Grammys, because the one I'm thinking of was the Grammys versus the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Eddie Trunk has a real distaste for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but there are so many things with the Grammys that are just, and you get these celebrities that are I'm curious if there's a current through society right now that is basically saying we don't care who tells us what to do. We prefer celebrities, but it used to be there was a real backlash against celebrities who are, let's face it, there's a lot of millionaires that are telling people how to live their lives and how to vote and all that stuff and what they should care about. I think Hillary Clinton made an appearance. I didn't watch it. I'm getting all my information secondhand, and while the Grammys was out, I watched 2 movies that I had been putting off. I watched Goon, Last of the Enforcers, and I watched Bright. And I want to say this to all the people that really hated Bright: kiss my ass. That was a decent buddy cop movie with built-in drama and dealt with I don't know about racial, but speciest concepts. And it didn't, like, one of the criticisms I heard that what orcs were black people, I was like, that's not wrong, but orcs were the bottom class of society, and some people were saying, like, well, elves are clearly Jews. So it's like, no, they're not. Like, I could make an argument that the elves in Bright were people from Dubai, because apparently everyone in Dubai is either a millionaire or they are a person with a stolen visa, stolen passport that's there for slave labor. Like, that's the only two people I ever hear about in Dubai. I never hear about the middle class of Dubai. So then, what was it? I heard, like, critics hated it. I'm not saying that it's the smartest movie of all time, but it was good. I mean, I think Netflix spent a little bit too much money on the wire acts, because, like, there was some elf on elf violence that was basically like a lot of wires, and like, it was like, it might be David Ayer's best movie. I'm not sure. I haven't seen End of Watch, so I can't say for sure, but like, it's fun. It's you got Will Smith, who's that old veteran cop that he's a good guy, but he's just old and grizzled. And then you have the orc cop, who is a really good guy, but he's so goddamn naive, like, and like just socially awkward. So okay, so my phone just dropped, and I am going to know if it's recording right now. So let's see. Okay. All right. Project. Turn the phone off. That work? That work? Nope. Still recording. That's that on Bright. So the other thing too is, like, I'm speaking to people about making the movie. Two people, like, one of them actually did it, and one person will maybe back out, but I'm gonna eat a Reaper on YouTube. Like, part of this movie is gonna be me eating a Carolina Reaper that's dried out. So I'm talking to people about the movie, and hopefully that'll happen. I got all set up with my teammate for the One Comics contest that I'm doing in February. It's like 5 pages in 5 days. So there's that. My goals for this week, I want to do 3 more chapters of Shield Lad, because right now I'm sitting at 4 chapters in a prologue, so I'm at 5. So do Shield Lad. I also want to do a live stream for or a broadcast for Super Bowl Sunday. So you guys will figure out real quickly if I get that one done on Sunday. So, all right, peace.